The second season of Venture Brothers will be out very soon on DVD. I've also heard you've done some extras. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, we did some commentary stuff. I really liked in the first season DVD when we did the motion capture thing, which made no sense if you ever saw the show. It's funny, I've talked to people who didn't really know the show, and they're like, oh, motion capture, that sounds really interesting. Do you use the infrared cameras? I'm like, no, it's like Hanna-Barbera from the old days. There's no 3D anything. Anyway, but some people don't know the show, I guess, and some people don't breathe oxygen, I suppose, as well. No. For this season, can I just answer a question straight for once, Colin? It's been 3 times we've done this, and I go on these tangents. I'm sorry, Colin. I'm going to make a committed effort to answer your questions straight. You ready? Yes. For the Season 2 DVD set, we are doing commentary, and I got to do commentary in, I think, 3 episodes. I went to the Astro Base. I was called to go at a certain time, and I got there late, and they were all late as well. We are all late together because we're in sync like that. Because when you have to travel to the moon to go to the Astro Base, you learn a lot about people. So, and about yourself. And about not being able to go to the bathroom to pee, because astronauts don't do that. They have a hose. And they eat ice cream that's powder. I swore I was going to give you straight answers, Colin. I'm sorry. I'm really going to try harder now. So, we did commentary. I heard after the fact that the commentary with some of the other actors was pretty kooky, and they said that they really liked mine. I was very proud because one of my goals in life is to really make Chris and Doc like me. They don't like me very much, and they're the cool kids, and I'm like, you know, I'm at the table in the lunch hall where the cool people aren't, and I try, but they kind of shun me. So every time I have an opportunity to show them that I'm cool, I try my hardest. So it's for you guys. I hope you liked it.
Start down and work your way up, all right?
Okay, thanks, man. Tug it out.
Now that shows the process.
I took you on an emotional journey. Sorry.
Venture Brothers fans were treated to another audio presentation for Christmas.
Ooh. Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about that?
That was the Venture Aid gift. I thought it was hilarious. I played it for some people who thought it was great, and some people who were like, why is all the singing so bad? I'm like, bad? If by bad you mean awesome, then okay, I'll accept that. I went to the Astro Base, like we did for the commentary, and it's a funny setup. I was like, guys, I have a recording studio, and this is kind of like we're in a brick, and you know we're just singing at a microphone in the middle of a brick. But that's what happens on the moon. Anyway, I think it came out really good. Doc is a brilliant musician and producer and oil painter. He's a Renaissance man, if ever there was one, and a skinny Renaissance man at that, but fit. Sinewy, abs. He recorded everything into his Macintosh computer and made it sound brilliant. I basically sang, I think, twice. I got there, James Urbaniak was there, he went up first, he sang his thing, was very, very intense. He did, you know, Doc, and then he did Phantom Limb, and at some point he would just laugh, but then keep going, because professionals do that. And then I went up there and I felt like Dean's role would be trying to keep the song together, so he's trying really hard and being earnest, except for the, you know, it's Christmas time. When he gets very excited, he has to scream loudly, and when they say, thank God it's them instead of you, Dean, respecting the Lord, says, thanks God, and he has to yell it. It was fun to be there, and it felt very Christmassy. And it was cold as can be, because there's no heat in the Astro Base orbiting moon station. And I took my Vespa there. It flies.
You gotta call Astro Base about that, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it's not like the show's not doing well. They could afford a heater. But whatever.
And besides, if it's orbiting the moon, wouldn't it also be close enough to the sun?
Not always. I think they like to hang out on the dark side of the moon, because they're kind of gothy. They did provide chips and some water.
They hang out with Pink Floyd?
You're too young to know about Pink Floyd. Congratulations. Well done, parents. Give yourselves a round of applause.
I'm not even crediting myself enough.
Yeah, well done.
He knows
Yes.
about Neil Innes.
I don't even know who that is. I know about Britney Spears. That's all I know.
Both Cartoon Network and Jackson Public have been hinting about Season 3 for Venture Brothers. Is there any truth to this rumor that you know of?
When we finished season 1, we wanted a season 2, and there was no commitment from the network. And we were like, oh, but... And people really, really were excited about the show. And I would always go to conventions, and people would ask, whoa, when's season 2 coming out? And I was like, we don't really have one yet. I mean, we want to make one, but they haven't... And there were some ideas for where it was going to go, which is why they killed the boys in the end of season 1. That was a good ender. But... It really has everything to do with the network. And whenever I'm asked about this, and there's any group of people to talk about, I always thank them if they're interested fans in the show, because we wouldn't have had a season 2 if they hadn't written in and said, we want to see more of the show. Because, for Cartoon Network, it's much easier and it's much cheaper just to produce things in-house. And they have a lot of shows they do in-house, Squidbillies and 12-Ounce Mouse and Bob Goes to the Mayor and all that stuff is, they do it there at Green Street, and that's cool. So it's more of a hassle and more of an expense to do outside productions. So I think they really need to know that people really want to see it, or they're not going to bother to commit to it. So that's my answer. Hey, so there could be, but it depends on you. So and you, maybe you. So yeah, I would say I hope there are ideas for it. Just need the green light, and then bow! You won't even know what hit you.
So, Mike, what's in the box?
Well, I have a box with me. Thanks for asking. I have a box. It's from Canada, and this has nothing to do with the work I do, except for some fan art from the nice lady Criddle, who has this tattoo on her back and another one on her leg. Of Dean Venture. Have you met her? You've got to meet this lady. You've got to interview her. She's got Dean tattoos. Anyway. Yeah, you're too young to know repo, man. It's a plane! This is... Okay, so it's called the Carbon Butterfly, and it's from this company Plantraco or Plantraco. I've only read it, never heard it said, in Canada. And it's it weighs less than $1 bill, and it makes a little noise when you put the battery on, which is magnetic. Click, click. And then it flies. Now, it's called the Carbon Butterfly, and because it's a butterfly, I refer to it as a mighty monarch, because it's mighty. Look at it. See how mighty it is? But it flies. I wonder if you can fly it in here. Do you want to try?
If it's legal.
Here. I'm going to throw it in the air and see if it flies. In this tiny room. All right. Here we go. Fly, my minion! Whoa.
Oh, that was close.
Fly! Zoom! Go ahead. Ta-da! That's what's in the box. My plane. Thanks for asking.
Alright.
I always like an excuse to make it fly and buzz people.
See, if I controlled that, it would have been, broken several times over. So.
I'll just keep it over here.
Yes. Next time, for interview 4, you can fly the plane. When you can drive a car, you can fly the plane. Okay? Deal.
So about 8 more years.
8 more years. Good.
The insurance company does.
All right.
I'm afraid I'm not exactly the Amelia Earhart of my time, so.
Good. Fly boy. All right. That's my box. I got stopped at the airport. They're like, well, that looks like some kind of atomic symbol. Why are you bringing this on an airplane in 2007? Not smart. Oh, I was also stopped at the airport. Well, not stopped, but some people, when I was in Miami a week ago, and I had, from an Adult Swim party that I went to at Comic-Con, I got this, Moon and Night shirt. It says Adult Swim is #1. So I had that guy in my shirt, and someone in the line goes, hey, is that terror thing from Boston? And I was like, what? No, cartoons. Ah! They'll think I'm a terrorist. Which I'm not.
I hope not.
No, I'm not. I'm just smooth.
Does it?
Yes. Can I see you in your smooth Mikey glasses? Oh, yeah.
So you have to add in those keywords. Keywords are essential.
Hey, Mikey Simon. Did I ever tell you about Venice?
No?
Can I interest you in a pearl?
Looking good?
Looking good. Yeah. Smooth Mike episode. I thought it was fun. The robot thing was my favorite thing ever. It was a little bit like Tom Cruise. Ding, 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 ding.